It's one thing for an organisation to decide its strategic intent. It's another to turn that into operational reality. All too often, strategies are too complicated, too detailed, and too vague to be meaningful to the people who are expected to implement them. They lack meaningful definition on how things should operate in the future and what challenges need to be managed.
So one very powerful way of making strategic intent more meaningful to everyone in the organization is to develop a set of operating principles which together describe how the organization will behave and operate in the future. An operating principle is a conscious choice between two equally valid alternatives. For example, an organization might use an operating principle which says, we will grow mainly by acquisition, as opposed to we will grow organically. Either of those is an equally valid choice. Another example is we seek to give customers an omni-channel experience as opposed to our buying channels are independent of one another. So operating principles are a way of describing strategic intent in a way that helps people to understand what will be different in the future, how they need to change their behavior, and what success will look like.
Articulating strategic intent through a set of operating principles is necessary, but it's not sufficient. We also need to understand the implications of those principles because they inform the decisions that need to be made and the actions that need to be taken. In the example of the operating principle, we will grow through acquisition, the implications are that we would need the capabilities to be able to seek out acquisitions and undertake due diligence, to be able to fund the acquisition and being able to integrate them. If an alternative operating principle was chosen, that we would grow organically, it would have a completely different set of implications.
All organizations have operating principles today. It influences their behavior, what they do and how they do it. The question is, to what degree are they explicitly defined and to what extent are they aligned around the new strategic intent? So understanding today's operating principles and how they need to change is an essential prerequisite for leaders to be successful in operationalizing strategy.